They're back.
Yes.
The Kardashians. And what did I think? Well, thank you for joining us, our Sunflowers. We appreciate you. Thank you. Hey, if you're not doing anything, hey, give us a thumbs up right now. So as we get into it, come on, give it to us. Come on. Somebody wanted us to do a reading on the Kardashians.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll read a little something, but I don't really think that we're going to do much of a reading because we're going to go in today. And I'm going to spend some time because I have issues.
She did.
So let's get into it. Okay, baby, come. Let's start.
Well, we started off with the Kardashians chilling in Malibu, honestly, without Kylie.
She said she couldn't come, and she said, I told them, but that shows you how little that I mean, when she says she has to do something.
Yes.
Nevertheless, she says she's coming and she's going to make a splash.
Mm-hmm, yes.
She seems so much happier.
She does, honestly. I'm not sure if it's that Timothy.
What else could it be? What else? It's that Charlemagne.
Mm-hmm, it's that Charlemagne.
Charlemagne sound like salamander.
It does. Other than that, Kris had opened up about how she wants to eat better and wants to have a more stress list.
She dressed so
She do. She
classy.
Classy old.
Ugh, Kris.
Like she's trying.
What is wrong? You look what? No, Kris.
She lost the style.
Like you in fashion. You've been doing this for a few years. I don't know who you're around. I don't know where this style come from, baby girl.
Yes.
You look like money, but you look old money, Kris.
Yes.
Trust and believe. Kris, you look old. You look way older than 68, 69. You look like somebody that's 70. No, you look like somebody that's 80 years old. You dress old.
Yeah, she really do.
Come on, snap out of it and put some step back in there and get back in there with them girls.
Yeah, for real.
It's like you're like separating yourself. Like I'm looking like, no, we don't want the grandma. We know you're aging. I'm aging. Are you aging?
Yes, I'm definitely aging.
I feel it. You don't feel it. Yeah, you do with them daggone knees.
Yes, I do.
My point is, please, Kris, come back with your style.
Yeah.
What this is, it's not flattering. Mm-hmm. Everything look like you're hiding, but you got a big stomach now. I can't imagine it. Kris, come on, girl. This is not it. No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. I said what I said, and I will not apologize. Look, it's classy. I'm not saying that it's not classy, but it's old. You dress like an 80-year-old woman with money.
Yes,
Miss Chandler. That's how you dressing.
And she honestly do.
Yeah, I just, no. And she could be here.
Yeah, she could. She's definitely locked in a certain time period.
And maybe she jumped, when I get there, this is what I'm going to wear. Do yourself a favor.
Yeah, get hip.
Get hip. Now, she's out the way.
Yes.
All right, go ahead. What is the next thing?
The next thing that we happen to find out and come on to the show is Kim Kardashian going to the White House to talk to Kamala Harris. Everybody's going to the White House last year. But she wanted to talk to some people that, because some clemency and people were getting ready to go home. Really, she just used this as a big moment to talk about how when she was younger, she would sit there and talk to her dad about court cases, and she really loved the Mendez brothers. I think that was on.
No, that was her mother.
Oh,
that was Kris. I don't recall Kim saying anything. Did Kim say something about the Mendez brothers? Well, okay.
Yeah.
Well, the mother said either way, she probably did. But the mother said that she knew them because her husband used to play tennis with them. So.
Yeah. But honestly, I think that was just Kim to always find a way to stretch her legalities to be like, don't forget, I'm a lawyer, guys.
She's not a lawyer.
She's not a lawyer. She's not
a lawyer. Stop it. No.
Although, of course,
she understands the law. For California.
Yes.
So, yes, in that case. But no, she's not a lawyer.
Yes. Courtney, that was pretty much it for Kim and her session. Courtney had her 45th birthday party. It was a she had two. One, she celebrated with her family and loved ones at, her family at the Bahamas, I think she said.
Yeah.
And this one, her friends wanted to throw hers a throwback to when Courtney used to, basically, as she called
jump up out of bed, get up out of bed, we go to a restaurant and we eat. Must be nice.
Yeah, for real. It just must be nice.
Nice.
Yeah, an IHOP.
It must be nice. It must be nice to have a lot of friends.
It's true.
They could just jump out of bed on your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have nothing to do and go there to IHOP
in their PJs.
In their PJs. It must be. And don't change your clothes because that was the rule.
Yeah, don't change your clothes. Whatever you went to bed in that night.
Brush your teeth, all that. But I don't think they had on makeup and stuff, did they?
Mm-mm.
They could have.
They could have. I don't think Courtney did, though.
I'm sure she had on something. But my point is that must be lovely to have friends that could just, because I don't know. I had people like around 7 o'clock saying, I'm getting ready to go to work. I don't have that.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah, that was nice for her to see and celebrate, and how she was talking about how one of her things that she wants to work on is not saying like as much. Like
she edited and she said she had to take out all those likes. And yes, you can chill with the like.
Mm-hmm.
I always find myself saying nevertheless.
Mm-hmm. Mine is okay.
And nevertheless. So what else? Oh, Kendall blonde her hair.
Yes, she did.
I like it.
It grew on me. When I first saw it on her, I didn't like it as much on her, but she wears it. Mm-hmm. Whose hair I do not like, though, is that light brown on Chloe. I'm not sure if it's the red highlights that she has mixed in there.
I like it.
But at the very beginning of the episode, she had a more toned down brown version of that, and I enjoyed it, but it seemed like it got lighter by the time she saw Lamar, and it was just that I did not like that.
Okay. So someone want me to do a reading on them?
Yes, reading on the Kardashians.
What they want to know, what is it?
Just about their season premiere. I would like to know, if we're going to talk about their season premiere, I would like to ask a question about Chloe and Lamar.
What would you like to know?
Why did Chloe senselessly bring him on the show?
Ratings.
Yes.
But it was so old. They haven't seen each other in 10 years.
Yes.
And it was horrible to see him all uncomfortable.
Yes.
She goes back with all these old things that she done held on for years. And it's curious. I'm like her friend who looks
Malika.
They both look like masks. Malika didn't even look like Malika. She looked horrified. She looked like
she did.
What? And Chloe, her mouth looked deformed. What's going on with the Botox or whatever they doing?
Too much filler.
What was wrong with Malika?
I'm not sure.
I'm not saying she looked bad. She just looked
like she was caught in the headlights.
Like she was caught in the headlights. Like maybe she had a brow lift. I don't know. They look like masks.
Mm-hmm.
They just, all of them, they look like they wearing a mask. Like it's not even real. And I wouldn't have said anything. But when I seen Malika, I screeched. I was like, honestly. And then I always see Chloe, and I adore Chloe. Everybody knows. I adore her.
I do too.
But she looks it's her mouth. It's deformed. Okay, I said enough. And you know she had cancer, but I don't think that's what it is.
No.
I don't think that's what it is. I think it's the fillers. It's too much. Even Kim's lips look so big. And if you notice, when they don't wear lipstick, their lips are blistered and bruised. Their lips are chapped. Okay, enough of that. Okay, enough of it. I'm looking too intently.
This awkward meeting. First off, Chloe literally already had the bad attitude. I mean, yes, I understand respect people's time, but she was clocking him the entire time. She was just Chloe,
Right.
saying, wow, you was 58 minutes late.
She was kind of hostile. She was like nicey. Nicey.
Trying to be like, don't worry, I'm not going to say anything scary.
Because she realized she was intimidating. She's intimidating.
You are.
She's intimidating. She really is. And you could just see the bitterness.
Yes.
The bitterness. And she may not see it. And maybe it's me. Let me check myself. She's bitter. These love affairs with him and the other guy, Tristan has made her bitter towards men.
Yeah.
She's bitter.
Stone cold.
She's cold. She sit there with and it's not even her, it's her now.
Yes.
Because she was always to get up and stroke you, and now she's so removed.
Yep, she's that cancer that reverted into the shell.
Yeah, she's the cancer that's in her shell. Yeah, that's not her. I mean, you could say, she was just like, why are you acting like that? We know it's over. And I think it was a beautiful thing that he did that for her.
Yeah, because she honestly wanted the closure.
And she said, why are you late? He said, well, I had to go get presents. I know she could have said, you could have done that early. She just as well have said it.
Exactly.
And ever since, he was just uncomfortable. And then she pulls out these things, the necklace, and this man is sitting there.
Looking at all these memories.
Saying, man, I mean, he's feeling like, how can I thank you? You saved my life. You saved my memories. My mom, this necklace. He was overwhelmed.
And she sat there, was trying to be so removed, like, I don't want you to think that this is anything.
I don't want you to think that this is anything. Why are you doing this? What is this?
Like she said, she just wanted to close that chapter.
And even Malika, girl, she...
I know, she could have mailed it. She said if only there was some way.
No, she said she mailed some, but the friend ticket, what is it to you?
Exactly.
You could have stored that. If he didn't want it in 10 years, that's a decade.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah.
If he didn't want it, if he wanted it, he would have came and got it. A lot of people, I'm like that.
Yeah.
If I haven't seen, I don't care what it is. If I haven't seen you in 2 years, whatever it is, I don't want to know. Just keep it. Because whatever it is, if I needed my birth certificate, I got a duplicate. If it's my license, I got a new one. Whatever, if it's old pictures, I don't look at pictures. So everything is on camera.
That's true.
So whatever it is, after 2 years for me, I haven't seen it. I've been living in this house for almost 10 years. And I still have boxes downstairs.
It's true.
In a whole room because the house I downsized to. So they have not been unboxed.
Yep.
I'm only looking for one thing when I go down there. And that are my country album CDs, that all my CD collection. I want that. The time I got from Life, Life magazine, they got those old CDs with the old, I want that. Outside of that, now I may stumble across a couple of other things.
All right, yeah, memories.
But other than that, I've looked everywhere, and the only place they could be is downstairs. It took me 3 years to clean the garage.
Yes.
Even though we could get our cars in, it took me 3 years to be able to go through and do it. And now this. I dread doing it.
Exactly. It's...
So for her to do this,
right, hold on to it for this long,
it doesn't make sense to me.
Yes,
this is a storyline.
It was, and I was right there with Malika. Even Malika was just like, "Wait, you didn't even tell me you had all this."
Right, it's too much. What are you doing? You want him to hurt? You want to remind him of how much of a good thing he lost?
Right.
He know. He told you. It's like, I know you'll never want me. I can't get you back. You don't want me. And it just seems like the mother's going to come, right?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Oh, right, because it is. They did leave us on a to be continued, which, of course, like you said, this is a storyline. Because why would they split it between two episodes?
Who calls their ex-husband that you haven't seen in 10 years to give them the mementos that they left with you.
And it all started because Malika just happened to see him in an environment.
Las Vegas.
Yep. And she told Chloe, and then Chloe was just like, oh, maybe this is the moment. This is the time that I can have this closure, give him back his stuff, and move forward in my 40s.
This is not closure for him to Chloe. This is closure for you. Because you're no longer in love with him. As far as I'm concerned, in my opinion, you should have just kept it, gave it away, donated. This here for a storyline is horrible.
Yeah.
Because I feel this man is in hell, burning. Because he's got to look at this woman that he mistreated.
Yes.
He got to look at his life for drugs that he lived.
Yes.
He's got to look at how you've grown. You got all this stuff to remind him of the negative life he come from. And you think this is a good thing? No, this is a good thing for you because you're the one that has been holding on to this.
That's true.
Not him.
That is true. She was been the one carrying all that energy.
You're the one, not him. And so why are you doing it? You said, I want him to have it. His friend, she said, I don't want him. You cared more about it than he did.
Honestly.
Why? I it's a Chloe thing.
Right. And then even still then, she still gave him a lecture when she gave him his mother's driver's license. She's like, you better be careful with that. You can't get that kind of stuff back. I'm like, Chloe.
He may not want it back, Chloe. I wouldn't. And he was surprised.
Yes, he was.
That she had all this stuff. He was like, maybe she said, I got some stuff you want to pick up. And then he went through it. He was in awe because of the things that she saved.
Yes.
She meticulously set those things aside because she found them valuable. And the one thing that she found valuable was the wings of his son, his mother, and who else?
Yes.
And she said he used to wear this all the time. But he left all that go, Chloe. It's you, Chloe. And honestly, you're kind of creepy. You're kind of creepy.
I'm not going to lie. That was kind of creep behavior.
I just feel like it's creepy, in my opinion, and you haven't seen him in 10 years. You're going to chastise him because he's late.
Yeah.
You're going to show him the memories of the ghosts of Christmas past. And what did you expect? This man is sweating profusely. He's nervous. You're going to cause the man to go back and do drugs.
For real. It was that tense.
It was that intense. So I hope you got what you needed out of this. So how do we think this is going to be, this show?
Yes.
I don't know what somebody wants because they're the Kardashians.
Yeah.
And they'll be around as long as we watch them. As long as there's a decent audience size, they'll be around.
Well, if they have 10 episodes this season, they're only slated for another 10 more episodes.
10 more episodes. And I'm always eager to see them. And then when they go off, you know what? I missed them at first for the first week. Then everything go on. And then they just nothing.
Right.
It's like they like watching the Housewives or something.
Yeah. And they are kind of a little outdated.
Yeah. For them to be a reality show, they're not really we're going to be looking at the little girl.
Yes.
That was
to the Lion King.
Yeah. I don't like being that out of the loop.
Yes. And we called it when we saw that Lion King. We're just like, don't be surprised if that's on the Kardashians.
That's going to be on the Kardashians. So here we go. I see a 5. I see right now. I see Venus. And I also see Taurus. Am I right? Mercury. Sorry. Glasses. I'm going to get it. But I do see Mercury and I do see Taurus. And one of the things I see is like what I'm getting out of this. This is a 5. 5 of Pentacles. It's another way for them to make money. And I don't think that they're ready to let go.
No.
They may say it's the mother. I don't think it's the mother only. I think it's all of them. I think that they are still clinging because this is where they are relevant. This is where they could sell their products. This is where Kim could show, this is what I'm doing. Outside the show, we would know nothing.
That's true.
Other than the little bit of stuff that make it. Mm-hmm. So right now, this is them reaching and trying to come out of the deficit.
I could see it.
This is a 5, trying to come out of a deficit. However, to their right, I think that they believe, I'm going to put this over top of them because this is a belief. I think that they believe that they hit the nail on the coffin. I think that they feel as though we nailed this negativity in, and they believe that this is going to be a wonderful season. They believe that. The way that Collie was talking, the way they're like, we're bringing it.
Yeah, they really feel it this time.
They're feeling themselves. Like we're bringing it.
Mm-hmm.
We're bringing it. You see, we already starting off, but that's the impression I got.
Yeah.
And that's the sun. Like we're going to bring it. We're bringing it. Y'all want it? We're bringing it. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. And even baby girl, I'm off of retirement. I'm bringing it. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Let's see if you're bringing us old stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what you're bringing. Here, I see someone, I see it that it's very difficult for them to let the show go. They don't want to let the show go. Mm-mm. It's so much a part of who they are.
That's true.
That they don't want, none of them. I'm going to put Collie and Kendall on the side, but they care about it too because they keep showing up.
Yep, that's true.
However, I think that they work hard, they guard it. I think this season, we're going to see where they're going to let some guards down. We're going to see a couple of things. This is what I see. A couple of things. Because see here, this man is standing on guard, right? Mm-hmm. So you see him standing on guard, but we know that he's not standing there. There's a big gaping gap, a door between him. Mm-hmm. So we know he's not going to stand there long. He's been wounded. But it seems to me like our wounds are healed. We got it. We're older. We're ready. And it's like they're ready to take the bull by the horns. I see that I see that moon in Sagittarius. So that means they're going to deal with some deep issues. We'll see. And I see here the King of Swords. I don't know what that could mean. What do you think that means? A male is coming in view. Well, maybe it's Kim. Yeah, I see a strong male, an intellectual person, somebody that's very airy, very got maybe some kind of authority or power.
Got the connections.
That's the word. Thank you, baby girl. Got connections. So I see a man coming in to this, a man. I definitely see it. And this man showed up, which I wasn't even thinking about Kim, but I do see a strong figure of a man coming in. But I see a lot of clouds around him. Bellows.
I do wonder if it's this new manager that Kim says that she has, because there was a little dispute.
Yeah, I see a lot of clouds. Around him. Go ahead.
Oh, it was like this little dispute where Kim had shared her manager with Chris and Chloe, and they had found out that Chris is talking to the manager about all the different endeavors that her children could go on. Maybe she's thinking about as well as herself, but also what her children could do. So she's still trying to be a momager behind scenes without being a momager. So I could maybe see that maybe that could be that manager trying to get all these avenues for the siblings, somebody coming in. That's because I'm not even sure if Chloe actually has a podcast, but I know that's something that she's working towards.
Or she could, I don't know. But nevertheless, I see a mixture. I see not ready to let something go. I see that, they really want to come out the slump they're in.
They do.
If they do leave, they want to leave in a highway.
I bet they do.
They don't want to leave, we were kicked out. They want to leave like it's our idea.
Yeah, we left with a bang.
We left with a bang, right? You have a question?
Yes, I have one question. Not about the TV show, but about Kim.
Mm-hmm.
How does Kim feel about Kanye and Bianca at the Grammys with the expose of showing this new skim, not Skims, but Kanye product?
Well, here we see another sword. So, being bound, feeling uptight about it. She's got an issue. But how can you have an issue of anything when? First, let me be clear. I don't have a problem with what's her name? Bianca nudity. Because frankly, she's not nude.
No.
Nude is when you have nothing on.
Yes, for real.
You all see her nude, whoever you all is, maybe not you, but whoever the you all. Yeah. I don't have a problem with freedom of expression or freedom of wanting to do what you want to do.
Yep.
I don't have a problem with that.
Not at all.
At all. That's fashion.
Yeah.
She was doing what she was doing. Naked as you born, naked you leave. Yes. So to me, we are so hung up over this.
Yes.
We're hung up over
the human body. Female body.
Human body. We're hung up. We hung up when we see women breastfeeding their babies. We're hung up on this stuff. And it's stupid to me. To me, it's just, if that's what somebody wants, the only thing is, I wish I could. I wish I could. I wish I had a body. I'm not saying I would. Right. But I am saying that, yeah, I would wear the mini skirts. Yeah, I would. To a point. I would. So I don't see anything wrong with it. So for her, yeah, she's uptight about it. But how can she say anything? And yet she's saying a lot.
That's true.
How could she say anything? How could she say anything when she's constantly, she just did this Christmas debacle.
Yes.
She's not in a position to say anything, but yet she's always got something to say. When you got to the top, laying on your back with Ray J. Yep. Doing the freaky deed. So this woman is married. She is a model. That's her job. And people want to say she didn't want, no. I'm going to talk about them in another day. But let me get back to that. So no, she's uptight about it. She don't like it because of course it's the kids. But you ain't even clean. You still out there scrawling on the floor, making a video. Don't make no sense.
That's true. She is.
So it's like how is it? It's like the kettle calling the coffee black, something like that. It's like something like that.
Yeah, I know the phrase you're talking about.
That's what it's like to me. So yeah, she feel uptight about it, but it's stupid.
Yes, and how does she feel about Kanye's Skims lookalike that he's going to be selling at a discounted price?
Him and her started Skims together.
They did.
Okay? So it's his business. He have a right, but he's going after it at a lower price. So that's what's going to kill Kim. Because if it's lower and I can get pretty much the same thing, I'm going with Kanye.
Yep.
Because
especially if he can make it in a thicker material.
I love wearing mock tops and stuff. That's my thing. I done turned baby Crone into it. So, I love stuff like this. And the mesh. I love it. So I can't wear some of the stuff, but some of the stuff that I will wear because I like his stuff. I do. What did you say? What she think about it?
Yes, that Kanye is going to be selling at a discounted price.
It's a new beginning. It's a new beginning. So it's a threat. It's a threat. That's fire. That's fire. You said what she think, and he's coming with something new. She know how brilliant he is. She knows how brilliant. And she knows he's unquenchable fire. So she knows it's coming in her direction.
Yeah. Other way. Mm-hmm.
So she knows, looking right there. So
Yes.
she already know this is a challenge. But what can she do?
Yes, she can't do anything.
And he's saying, look, this is what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And rightfully so, because that's how Bianca dressed.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having some of them tops she wear. I know I can wear those tops. You know, you can wear some of them too, baby Crone.
Yeah.
And some of them I wouldn't dare wear. But I like her style. I like that she's different. I like that she had the tenacity, the body to walk like that.
That's true.
And now no one can compare her to Kim because they are two different women.
They are.
Where Kim, he dressed up. With Bianca, he dressed down. But she's fly. She wear the finest lingerie.
She do.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Especially she's got people wearing those white stockings with heels. She set that trend.
That's true. I was wondering where that came from.
People wearing their lingerie. Well, she's doing that.
Yes, she is.
Daggone near naked.
Mm-hmm.
And then people complain about it, but they wearing the style.
Exactly.
What about Willow?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Willow.
They wearing the style. Mm-hmm. They complain, oh, I don't like to see it, but y'all doing it. Keke Palmer.
Yes, Keke Palmer.
The housewives.
Yes, definitely the housewives.
They're all doing it, and yet everybody bitching about it. Stop bitching. You're doing it. You know, she just took it to another level.
Yeah.
And somebody will do that too. I'm sure they have things covered.
Covered, yes.
But
of course.
When you could see the silhouette and you could see it, somebody said something about kids. Why are you bringing the kids to these shows?
That's honestly true.
Unless they're going to get an award. And if they're going to get an award, then they done seen some things themselves.
Exactly. What you doing here in an adult award show?
In an adult award show. My opinion. You have another question?
Yeah. How does Kris Jenner feel about the trajectory of the Kardashians?
It's a struggle. It's a struggle. She feels it's a struggle. It's a struggle keeping it afloat. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. Didn't I tell you he was going to move away from that place? I didn't know it was going to be that soon, but I knew that this was that this is the next card after that.
Mm-hmm.
That is a struggle. It is. I see Saturn. It's a struggle. Mm-hmm. But I definitely see the energy of the Sagittarius too.
Okay.
So I see both. What else you have?
I don't think I have any more questions for any of the other family members.
Will Rob join them? Will Rob ever come back?
That's a good question.
The Finks. They hope so. Maybe. It's a maybe. Because I see judgment. And Rob has been judged so harshly by the public.
Yes.
But the speak says that that's one that rises up out of it all. So there is a possibility that you will hear more of his voice.
Okay.
Or he may be mentioned more. It may be something like that. But my last reading, is it going to be a good season? I guess that'll be up to us. It'll be up to the individual to judge.
Yeah.
As far as they think this is going to be the best.
Mm-hmm.
But the end cards say that will be up to each individual.
Right.
Everyone will have their opinion mentally, and we will all make it from our own standpoint.
Yes.
And that's my read. I'll read more about them as we go on, but that's all I have for now because she just wanted a reading of what?
Yeah, the Kardashians premiere.
That's the premiere. As far as Lamar still loves Chloe.
Yeah.
And Chloe knows it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's over. And he knows it's over. And if he don't know it's over,
she
now. Called him up to let him know there's not a stinking chance in hell I'll ever be with you. Take your crap and get out. I don't like it. Mm-hmm. I think this is just too much. But she's putting it out there. I don't know. But on the back of somebody else. Why don't you put out there how you and Christian Maybe in time. Maybe you'll put out there how Black China is saying how you trying to steal her daughter.
Yes.
Put that out there.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of putting out this man you haven't seen in 10 years. Just, Chloe, do better with your storyline.
Yeah.
But we still have 9 more episodes to go.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, we hope you enjoyed our reading.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And this little
commentary
on the Kardashians. We will be going deep into them. I like them. This is one of my favorite people to talk about. But like I said, we'll just do it week by week and see what's going on.
Yes.
All right, we'll do the reads. Baby Crone will do some. I'll do some. And we'll just enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
Yeah, I like that.
So with that being said, you got next week?
Okay, I got next week.
Okay, unless it's something I have to do.
I understand.
All right. With that being said, we thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed the reading along the way. I think it was pretty accurate.
Yeah,
I really do.
I learned something.
It is a struggle. They're doing everything they can to keep this show going. They are working at it. And I think it's a bittersweet. And I think they still want it. Because without the show, they will fade into the woodworks.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not ready for that.
No.
They may say they are, but clearly they are not.
Right.
And with that being said, we hope you enjoyed this.
Yep. Kardashian season 6 premiere at that.
We're on the first episode. We look at it on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
And we look at it on Wednesdays, on early Thursday morning at 12 o'clock
a.m. Mm-hmm.
So we stay up for it. We look forward to it. Although baby phone clunks out.
I sure do.
Because she has school in the morning.
Yes.
But I understand. So with that being said, we really do hope that you enjoyed this. Please, if you liked it, give us a thumbs up. Or if you haven't subscribed to our station, please subscribe.
Please.
It really means a lot to us.
Yes.
And the algorithm. With that, we say, you know what we say? We love you.
Yes.
And we say peace and
sunflowers.